This is a full Chinese meal, chicken black bean sauce, fried rice, and chopped stir-fried vegetables with a twist. The recipes will be below, and I have done these before in my playlist.
Right, well, there's no skill in my videos, to be frank, and so what I tried to do is try and speed it up, the process, rather than you watching me chop up stuff. I'll tell you what the recipe is in the details below the video on YouTube, but in the meantime I'll show you what I've done. Right, these can be chicken wings, chicken pieces. I'm using chicken legs. There's a kilo there, and basically I've skinned them all. I then put a little bit over a tablespoon of Tbsp rice wine with the same amount of light soya sauce, mixed it together, then pour it on these, and I have to leave them overnight, or in this case for a couple of hours, to marinate, and I'm going to fry it. At the moment I'm just heating up some oil in a pan, and my other ingredients are very easy. Good tablespoon of ginger, that goes in first, followed shortly afterwards with black beans, about a tablespoon, large heaped tablespoon, and garlic chopped up together and put in there. It goes a few seconds after that, and at the same time these spring onions, which have been chopped, also go in. This is not my normal size. The wife did these, I took them out of the freezer. Normally I do them in sort of like pea size, a little bit more than a pea size. And then there's chicken stock here, which is a cube. And I'm going to just see now how we're doing, how the oil's doing. I mean, there's the oil. Now, how I test it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's hot, that oil. So I can count about 8 above my hand above it. Tells me what it is. I've got these items, a wooden one, and that to do this, to do the ginger. Right. Going in first is the ginger. That cooks dry. Immediately thereafter, in goes the black beans. And then I put in the spring onions. Which I fried all over the place. Give that a go. And now I've got to put in the chicken and get it all browned. Don't put it all in at once because you're used to the temperature of the oil. I'll do it a couple of bits at a time. That's what I do. It smells delicious. Of course you won't know that. In goes that. In goes that. I'll turn everything over. See, it's beginning to brown quite nicely. That's it. That's it. And that's it. Put a few more in. There should be a couple of chicken eggs per meal, so I'll get a couple of meals out of this. Maybe 3. You kind of just cold as well. It tastes very nice cold. Chicken wings go lovely in this. If you go to a Indian shop, Muslim shop, if you get them near you, very often they'll sell you skinned chicken wings, which is extremely hard job to do, and they think they've got it down to a fine art. so there isn't one near me at the moment that I'm aware of. So I skin the chicken legs, which are not that difficult. If you are skinning chicken legs, use a kitchen roll, paper roll, a couple of sheets, grab the skin, pull, and that comes off lovely. Suppose I should have done that on here, you could have seen it, anyway I didn't. Right, so I'm browning this chicken, then after a while I'm going to add, the recipe says 150 ml of chicken stock. We all know that chicken cubes don't have that size, so I think it's about 400 ml that I make, but I just pour in probably half of that. But I'll put the proper recipe down below. I just want to think where this recipe came from. I think it might have been Ken Holm. I don't know how old he is now. He was a great Chinese TV chef in my younger day. Okay, that smells delicious. Been watching the news, depressing it is. If you look at my LinkedIn, if you're those on LinkedIn, you'll see a lot of my political stuff on LinkedIn. Facebook, of course, I use for my social, for people to contact me, chat, and YouTube's my fun channel. It's got lots of different things on there. None of it is done with any professional thing in mind, which is probably why I've only got a couple of hundred subscribers. But I think if you look at the recipe stuff, you're going to find recipes, although not done great by me, but some of it's unusual. This is very quick, of course. Right, there's the remains of the stock that I marinated in. That's light soy sauce and shocks and rice wine, say a couple of tablespoons worth each, 1.5 tablespoons worth each, mixed together and then put on there. Now, I've got the stock here. I'm just going to mix it up. I'll do that off screen and you'll see me do it. It's not a cube, it's that jelly stuff. Very good, I think. And anyway, Sainsbury's probably, because after I checked the shop, well, I imagine it's quite common now. Turn this chicken over a bit. It be nicely browned, some of it. Of course, the chicken also produces liquid. See that back of it. Do this chicken stock quickly, and then I shall put it in there. Okay, so that's about 400 ml. Now, I've kept that on there. I'm now going to reduce the heat to a simmer, so it's boiling, and then I'll put a lid on it, and it will cook for about 40 minutes. About 40 minutes it will cook. In fact, I'll use Alexa. Alexa, set timer for 40 minutes.
40 minutes, starting now.
Yeah. Now the other thing that you'll notice, I've not put any salt in it, and there's a reason behind that, because it's salted black beans. Although I've rinsed the black beans, I didn't mention that, the black beans got to be rinsed, the salted black beans. although I rinse them, they will be salty, so I wouldn't add any salt until it's cooked and then add it as a post-cook thing. Now I'm looking for a top I can put on here. I've reduced it. That's it. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I've done it before, but I'm going to attach it. I'm going to attach it to this video if I can get it all on. Is my fried rice, which is quite good with this. Okay, still going. And now here is the pan, the wok, and in that I'm going to do my stir-fried rice. We'll cook that. Anyway, the first thing I'll do is going to do my egg, scrambled egg. So here's the egg. Oh, there we go. 2 eggs. Give it a good stir. I've got some groundnut oil in there, and this gets put through the rice at the very end. So that's it. That's it. That's it, because we're going to break it up. It's not going to be an omelette. And I'll use the same pan then for the fried rice, which my wife has moved somewhere. There was rice around. Oh, there it is. She's got it over there. The rice should be cooked al dente. Unfortunately, my rice is not a little bit beyond al dente, but it's still cooked all right. 2 cups of it will do. There is a recipe of it in there. You see how that's done? Okay. That's breaking it up, breaking it all up in smaller bits. It's got to go for the rice. Right, that's it done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and put it back into the where I stirred it in. It doesn't matter if this goes cold, as long as it doesn't go off, of course. We're going to do that in a minute. So there's that. Now what you should do with a wok, the metal ones particularly if you want it, is you should put oil in it. Metal ones, which are better, I think, in many ways, to hold flavours. Put oil in it, smoke it, dry it out, and repeat until it becomes non-stick. I have done that with pans in the past, but I'm getting lazy, so I use these things. Right, so that's done. And there's the egg, which you can see. I'm just breaking up. So it's all broken up with the fork. Right. Going back to the chicken, give that a turn. See, it doesn't matter if it comes off the bone, by the way, because it will get eaten. Come on, that's it. I put the camera on the switches, and so oops, sorry about that. There, I'll be back into filming again. You see why this is not a great draw, but anyway, it's back in there again, and I'm going to start the I'm going to start it cooking again. Right, that's cooking again, as you can see. Right, this is 2 cups of rice. This should be al dente. I mean, it's still very flexy, but it's cooked really perfect. But I should have taken off just a few seconds earlier, so it'd been that little bit and cooked finally as I fried it. But anyway, it'll be fine. Okay, that's the rice. Now the other ingredients. I'm going to use ginger first. I'll just show you that. It's in the so there's the ginger. As you can see, it's about a large tablespoon of ginger. That goes in first with with salt, about a teaspoon in your palm hand. In fact, what I'll do is save a bit of time. I'll put it in there, and I'll add it to the. I've added it to there. And so the ginger and salt are together. That goes in the oil first, and the rice is followed on pretty quick. Right, so that's that and done. Now the other thing is, in goes all these items is ham, peppers. There could be a bit much there, it doesn't really matter. A few spring onions. There's chilies, and then the egg that I've done. There's the egg that goes in at the end, and then you see that, it's coriander, and that's going in. That's basically all there is to it. It's very quick, very easy, very tasty. Once you've had it, you wonder why you didn't do it before. Right, so I'm now going to start doing this. I'm now going to put the pan, I'll bring it over here. Right, here's the pan, back on there, and I am going to add groundnut oil, but any oil will do. I'm not so keen for frying, stir frying, using olive oil. I don't think it cooks at a high enough temperature for me. But anyway, there we go, that's in there like that. The way I test it is I hold my hand above it, and when you can hold it, say 8 seconds or so, and it gets too hot it there, then that's hot enough for stir frying. I don't know where that came from. That could also been a Ken Home tip. So there we are, a bit more. Okay, so that's now in there. Oh, I forgot to mention that also what goes in the stir fry is peas. So you'll see that, frozen peas. Okay, so let's see how we're doing. It's still warming up. I'll come back once it's got it. Right, it's spitting a bit because I think I did the rice in there. But anyway, look. That's just about right to stir fry with. So, ginger and salt. In it goes. But it's sounding like it's hissing, so. Stir frying, flavouring the oil. Right, then you take the rice, which I've got here. Stir. Do a little bit, half at a time. Yeah. Hear it. You can't hear it quite well. It should be stir frying, but it's not. But anyway, it will do in the recipes there. Right, add a bit more rice. So you see what I'm doing, I'm stir frying the rice, getting it warmed through. It's all cooked right, so once it's hot, it's ready to eat. Everything's ready to eat. Just warming it through. You can have this cold as well as a salad rice, and it is also very tasty. Right, so that's warming that up. Give it a few minutes. can add anything to this, you know, mushrooms, whatever you like. That's edible, can go in. Right, the next thing I'm going to put in, because I like it, the next thing that goes in, you can't see that now, but I'm putting the chilies in now, because I like that to go in at this stage. But it makes no difference, I emphasise, you can all go in together if you want. Oh, incidentally, if things are sticking to the bottom of the pan, don't add more oil. Add a couple of tablespoons of water, and that unsticks it. So that's another tip. Right, see what you're seeing. Oh yeah, you're seeing it cook. See it warming up. So when you're cooking with a wok, the centre bit is the heat, so you can move it out, move that in. So it's a kind of circular movement, but I think with these more modern pans it spreads through the molecular structure of the pans. I'll just show you what the chicken's doing at the moment since we're right next to it. See how tasty that looks. Right. Right, now I'm adding the rest of this stuff as it goes. Next thing I'm adding is the spring onion. And peppers. Now this is a meal almost in itself, this, you know. So it can be a meal in itself. Now if I'd had the ham cubes that I got out of the tin, I'd put that in at the same time. But we didn't buy any, we forgot, so we're using just ordinary sliced ham. But it was still. Now you see how it's suddenly made a dramatic change. Right. That's doing lovely. Right, that's doing that. Now while that's doing, I'm just going to cut up some of the coriander for garnishing at the very end. I'll just show you that in a second though. Shouldn't give up my day job, become a producer. Right, there we go. That's the coriander. I'll just curl it all up into a ball, and then, oh by the way, I sharpen my knife every time I use it on a metal, what I don't know what you call them. It's the ones where you scrape it down the side of it. The ones that all the chefs use. Gordon Ramsay starts his programs with it. You know, one of those, and then you go. Anyway, that's how I do that. Now go back to the thing over here and see how we're getting on. Nice. Remember the ginger's flavoured the oil, chilies flavoured the oil. And now I'm adding the peas. Yeah. Now remember what I said to you about, normally I'd have the small tin of ham, tin ham, Marks and Spencer's very good, and I've cubed it, that same size, is a little bit more than a garden pea, and that would have gone in with this lot. But because it's cooked ham and it's sliced ham, I'm going to put it in at the very end and not stir fry it in the normal way. And it'll just add the flavour with the coriander and egg. Now because the peas are in here, that takes a few minutes to cook from frozen. You see it's looking very colourful now. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off the cook. The ham. And the coriander. I think this is my recipe, this one. Certainly the ingredients of the chili and coriander is mine. Get that mix. And now let's cook through. I can't tell you how lovely all this smells. That's a bit that's been missed. Right, so that's there. And now to finish it off, take the egg. A lot of the original Chinese recipes said you whip the egg and then cook it through it while you're cooking the rice. I don't do that. Why make a situation more difficult than you have to? See the eggs now going through it. And once this is mixed all the way through, it's ready. I just got some stir-fried vegetables from the Sainsbury's, you know, the ones got mixed of everything in it. A bit of bean sprouts, a bit of that. I mean, I normally make my own, but I think you can see just how pretty that is. I know I've done this recipe before, but because I'm putting the chicken in, I thought I'd just add it in at the same time. But you'll find another one somewhere in the playlist. I'd suggest that's the way to go, playlists. And that's it, done. What we do is we put that into Pyrex dishes and then warm it up when we need it. So tonight we'll have it that, and that's cooked. So thank you very much for that. It's, as you can see, looks great. And I'll take a photo of that. I'm just going to do, this is the stir-fry mushroom sauce we got from Aldi's. Just going to take half of it. No. Oh, I might as well shove all of it in. Put all of it in. And I'm just going to stir-fry it very quickly using the other utensils. It don't take long to do. If you were doing this yourself, you'd rotate. Bean sprouts going in near the end, greens going in, depending on what they are. At an earlier stage, mushrooms, depending on how you want them, can be done at an earlier stage. And basically, I try and time it. Like when I'm cooking a vegetable curry, really, I try and do the harder vegetables first. How you like them. I mean, if you were doing broccoli with this, you'd start that on its own at the beginning of a sweet course. Right, now here's the magic. It's going like that. Right, here's hoisin sauce. You can get it out. Too much hoisin sauce. I'll put a little bit less in there. I think I can get a little bit out of it. That's it. I'm going to put that through it. Then you take sesame oil. Not so much of that, just a dribble. Sesame oil, you get nutty flavour. And there's the full Chinese meal, ready to eat, and dare I say it, better than the shops. All done. And I have it, I'm very partial to chili oil. Yeah, it's all done.